Oh, hi. My name is Christine. I was watching some of those videos on jw.org. They're called broadcasting.
Uh-huh.
Do you guys watch those?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, I had a question about this one thing they were talking about. The the leader that was talking in November 2016 around minute 10. He was talking about the faithful slave. So he was referring to Matthew 24 and said, for the time of the end, Jesus appointed a faithful slave or governing body. Um,
Mhm.
and that the word governing body is not really in there. It kind of almost made it sound like he was saying that Jesus said that. It's a little startling to me. I'm familiar with that passage.
Can I ask you a question really quick?
Yeah,
So do you live around here in Harrisonburg?
no, what? Why?
No. You called the Kingdom Hall of Jehovah's
Right,
Witnesses here in
right,
Harrisonburg.
right.
Um, we were just about to go start our volunteer work, and I
Okay.
was just about to start a meeting.
Okay, I
But
don't
you
want to
have
keep
such an
you. I don't want to
no,
keep
but
you.
you have such an interesting question that deserves an answer. I thought Um, I I work with the volunteer work with the Hispanic community.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can find someone that works with the
Oh, that's
English
okay. I just
speaking.
and also, I just wanted to ask. They didn't actually the. I was like researching the history of the organization because it's such a unique claim, to be the only channel and stuff like that. So that requires a lot of evidence. But they didn't even call their spiritual leaders governing body until the 1970s, and they try to make it seem like they went back all the way to apostolic times or something like that.
Hmm.
The doctrines were controlled by presidents, and what they called the governing body, they didn't even capitalize because it was I guess they would call it legal
I
instrument,
see.
like the board of
This,
directors. So
yeah,
it's funny
here,
to me that he's reading that into that passage.
yeah. Well, that's some very good. Hello, Christine. How can I
Hi.
help you?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't want to bother anybody. He said you were just
No.
about to start the meeting.
Well, every morning
Uh huh.
because we like to go and talk to people, and
Yeah.
we go door to door. And before we do that, we always want to make sure we're thinking about what to say and how to say things and people and the rest. And so we have a little brief meeting, and then we go and prepare to go out.
Okay. Well, I told him I didn't really want to interrupt. I don't want to keep, talking to different people. So I don't want to bother you.
No, I'm already here, so how can I help you?
Oh, okay. Well, I was listening to JW Broadcasting. It is an older one, November 2016. Do you listen to those?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember the last time I listened to it,
Oh,
or
right,
to that
right,
one.
right.
But
Okay.
yeah,
Well,
I was every.
anyway, he was saying that he was referring to Matthew 24, and he said that for the last days, Jesus appointed a faithful slave or governing body. Um, that was really a lot of adjusting the words that are actually there in the parable of the faithful and discreet slave. Um, when he says that, to me, it kind of seemed like he was trying to make people think that the term governing body is in that passage.
No, no, it's not
Mm,
trying to do that. But
mm-hmm.
remember, but in that passage it said in the last days, right? So this is the whole scripture has to do with 24th and 25th chapter of Matthew of signs of the last days, right?
Yeah. So then
So,
he also
so
makes
if
an
there are signs of,
assumption, if that's in the Bible, if that's what you get out of that passage, that the faithful slave is the watchtower governing body. I was really interested in that because that's such an amazing claim that Jesus was talking about them. So I was kind of doing a little research into their ideas about who is the slave, who is the governing body, what is the governing body, and I found out that the governing body used to be like not even capitalized because it was considered the board of directors, just the kind of a legal instrument. And the presidents directed the doctrine until, the 1970s, and then they made that transition to that group being spiritual leaders. So how could he say that Jesus was talking about governing body when they weren't even talking about that until the 70s?
So, over the years, Jehovah's Witnesses in Proverbs or Psalms, it says the light gets brighter. So we believe that we are convinced that adjustments and organizational changes needed to be made. So for many years, as the King James or other Bibles were being used, people were looking and how is this? And then as the New World Translation was done with the goal of we want to shape our beliefs around what the Bible's saying rather than the Bible, or shaping a Bible around our beliefs.
Well, actually, many scholars do believe it's a sectarian translation, and now it came out that who they were, and they were not proficient in the Hebrew or Greek. So I'm not sure how it's even a translation.
That's what many people say.
Right. It's confirmed, actually.
Hold on, wait. If you want to talk, then you have to let me go and say something.
I am. Uh-huh.
Okay. So it's a translation. A translator is done by translators.
Right.
Is that correct?
They claim it was. They claim it was translated from the original language.
And it was.
Yeah, you have to be very proficient in the original language to be a translator. And they didn't even have Google Translate in the 1950s. That's why it's not accepted on any, any mainstream. They just don't accept it because they believe it's a sectarian translation. And the most prominent Greek scholars call it that and don't accept it. That's why. And also because they didn't use the original manuscripts. They inserted the word Jehovah. Many accept the New World Translation that are proficient in Koine Greek. I'd love to see that, but I don't think it could be many. Maybe a few who are also committed to being Unitarians might, or some like skeptics probably might like it. But anyway, I just wanted to ask about that governing body thing. It's so, and I think some Jehovah's Witnesses actually think that phrase is in the Bible. From talking to a few.
Everyone knows it isn't.
Oh, I'm not sure about that. They put it in their study notes. So when you Google something in only the Bible on their website, those come up. And it does make you think it's in the Bible.
Okay. Well, if you would like to talk more, we can come and visit and we can talk about a few of those things. But we're not out to debate with people.
Oh, I know.
Our goal is to say, if you were to say, why is this?
Mm-hmm.
We can go to what do you call it? Go and beautifully use Strong's Concordance, portions like that, and say, okay, what did the New World Translation say? What do we say? What do others say? And compare them. Okay, we can do that. That's easy. I love doing that.
Do you ever compare their words in the Kingdom Interlinear? Like you'll see, there's no tetragrammatons in the Greek. You can see that in the Kingdom Interlinear.
And it's amazing. You should check out the back of the New World Translation.
Yeah, I read that appendix.
In the appendix.
Mm-hmm.
And you can look at all of the reasons why, and it's beautifully put there. We don't hide anything.
They have no theory of how that got removed in the ancient world. Anyway, hey, thanks for talking. I appreciate it.
Okay,
you guys have a great day. God bless.